It's going kind of. Hey kid, chances are.
Hey everybody. Let me see, am I live yet? Hey everybody, check the links below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below these links. This is my Patreon where I go in depth into cemetery work. Um Immortality is our birthright. Everybody, check the link. Just checking the audio, making sure you guys hear me because there's a lot of work and attention span that goes uh, through this. Make sure to comment. Let's have discussions. Comments. All right. So let's get straight into it. Let's go straight into it. Let's see. All right. Introduction, ascension, the same thing. This is what I say every single slide for about 2 years when this was my thing and I was delving into it, and this is still the cause. 2 years later, I've been in this journey broadcasting for 5-6 years now in my YouTube channel. It's not easy. It's obviously a calling because it's a loyalty that comes from within. So ascension is the goal of this lifetime. Ascension means to rise in awareness, to know that you're not just the physical form. And in knowing this, you can be immortal. You don't have to be kept. And it's in alignment with also cemetery work, because where do they keep you? Because you believe you have to age. You have to be, you believe through conditioning in this realm, in this society, all over the world, really, very much. Unless you're an occultist, you believe you have to age to die. So ascension is teaching you don't have to age to die. You exist multidimensionally. This physical realm is a dream time, and you have to understand yourself to be lucid in this dimension and in several other dimensions in reality. And I have this is a podcast. Go under podcasts, you will find bunch of podcasts, right? As in relations to this subject of ascension, it says you are immortal. Ye are gods. You are gods. You look into the scriptures of any scripture, the Quran, the Torah, the Bible. You will find this stuff. It's all coded. The mystery system is there. Okay. Anyway, so let me continue. Ascension is the goal of this lifetime for those who are spiritually awakened. So we need to come to the understanding and knowing we don't exist, yet we are very real. Yes, we are real, yet the physical form is an illusion. The physical form is illusion. So what does that mean? It's pliable. You are immortal. You exist eternally, divinely, right this moment, not the belief of death, because there is really no death. There isn't any. They just keep you in the cemetery. So people like me, you know, you don't say I didn't tell you. We keep you. So you better know better. You are not your mind and you are not your body. These are actual tools available to your authentic inner self, consciousness, or pure being. These different words are all indicate the same thing, and that thing is experienced as pure presence. Okay, so you're not the body, you're not the mind, you're simply a consciousness observing itself. So the body, the mind, the organs, all of this are the tools that we have manifested in creation in this reality to exist as Timothy, as Melissa, as David, as Jessica, as whatever, right? Okay. So, in order to truly manipulate and have the upper hand in this realm on an occult, which means hidden level, you have to be able to tap into the authentic self, right? The authentic self, the consciousness, or pure being. These different words, authentic self, consciousness, or pure being, all indicate the same thing, and that thing is experienced as pure presence. This is by Kevin Fulton in his book. How to dream. The Art and Projection of Astral Projection by Ophiel. So my previous videos and slides, we talk about consciousness. A bulk of our awareness is in our physical form when we're sleeping, what we're calling physical, because we have solidified our existence. We do not believe we exist everywhere, anywhere, at any time. That's why we a bulk of our understanding of our existence is in our body, in this realm. Okay, because I spoke about different bodies of realm of existence and so on. So I don't want to get caught up in just in this slide. So let's keep going. I'm going to go through this real fast. This is a recap, and then I will continue. Let me keep going. So the physical body, I'm just going to read it. Okay, I this is just a recap because a lot of this was discussed in the previous recording. Consciousness is everything, knowing you are pure being that observes itself in a physical form. We are observators, aka conductors of this existence. We are literally a consciousness that conducts its own life, force, energy. Consciousness creates its own soul. Consciousness is the all greater than the soul. Humanity, we are simply eyes looking into our own reality to learn lessons. We are literally the nothingness. The nothingness is consciousness. We are nothingness. That doesn't, in this reality of construct, we consider nothingness to be of no value or not to exist. The nothingness means really, AKA, we're everything. Okay, like black means white, white means black. There's no duality, there's the oneness. So to experience reality, we, as the void of consciousness, as the void of existence in many ways, the nothingness to be consciousness, we create a reality here. We create our divinity here. This is one of the lowest forms of existence. To believe there's no magic and anyone that's doing witch or anyone's doing a little bit of, oh, pick, or any of one of us is like, oh no, shoot, I just figured out we're immortal. Why? Because I've been doing cemetery work for a while now. I've been doing spiritual prayers for a while now. I've been doing, and I realized, hey, there's more to this. Occultists, this might just throw someone that's not even in occultist off. So like I said, this is more like for 12th grade people in occultism. So we create a physical form simply to learn lessons. As we are right now, we're all learning right now to be, we're learning, and AK, I would say also remembering, because a lot of this is a remembrance. Because those of us who fall into this level of heavy understanding of existence, we're simply remembering how to do it again. Because what is this? Ascension. Ascension means we're ascended masters. We've done this before. A rise in consciousness. The rise in consciousness that is the humanity is those of us who are doing this type of study. Once again, you are not victims of your own manifestation. Create humanity and with a deliberate purpose. You are not the victims of your reality. Create with deliberate purpose. Okay, so presence, attention, and intention. These are what we do in meditation. We are active in meditation. Our so-called physical body is silent, quiet, and still so that we can be active and allow a certain lucidity to come through when you take on a meditation as a 9 to 5, what we call a 9 to 5. The glory to the soul in your existence and consciousness is to be present, attentive, and have intentions for your existence as you're meditating. So quickly, I'm just going to read this off. I went through this in the previous video. So do go back to the previous video. I'll possibly put links, but it's on under a playlist. All this will be under a playlist under my podcast, but just in case, I will put the previous links to these podcasts under this video. Okay, so presence is passive, the now, the state of fact of existence occurring. Example, you may simply enjoy the experience of pure being. Attention, active, concentrating on a discrete aspect of awareness. Example, focus on awareness on your intention while experiencing the state of presence. Be very clear about your deeply felt desires. So attention Attention is engagement. It's active. Intention is active because now you're taking your engagement, which is intention, and giving it purpose. So what are your intentions? Deliberate focus around your purpose when you will then you will find them manifest with effortless ease. This is all throughout meditation. Okay, this is the biggest thing that even I woke up to 2 years ago. He states right here, astral projection is projecting your consciousness because you are not a physical. You don't belong to anybody. You don't belong to the physical body. You don't. Your consciousness. You have a body. You are not a body. So you don't belong to the astral realm, the physical realm, the etherical realm, the lower planes, higher planes, the casual body. None of that. You don't. You simply pass through your awareness. That's why you have to meditate in your dream. When you are starting to remember your dream, oh, you got to, when you go back to sleep, I'm going to meditate in my dream so I can go higher than that, because those are lower astral planes where there's a bunch of bullshit. When you're dreaming and you're having nightmares, those are lower astral planes. Once you realize, oh shit, I'm having, while you're in that dream, you say, okay, I'm going to meditate. What happens then? You go into a higher level. I can't tell you where you're gonna go. I would have to sit with you. It's the whole process. But for the most part, as soon as you realize you're dreaming, as you're in the dream, you meditate. That's why you meditate here in this dream time, so you can go higher and higher and higher. That was one of my biggest channelings. What is your notion in the understanding that you don't exist, humanity, greater than the light body, greater than the rain body, greater than the existence, going back home from here, if need be. From here, you can go straight home to heaven. That's where immortality comes in. You can literally go from heaven and come back. Go to heaven because you believe you have to age the body to die to go to heaven. No, check it. There's a shortcut. Meditate and become immortal and understand you exist greater than the physical form. Okay, so if the above is true, why don't we remember your nightly projections? The reason why you don't remember is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical body and remains there most all of your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. So what helps with conscious, which is kind of like a muscle, which is kind of like working out, is meditation. Because in meditation, you have to learn to remain conscious. If you're not actively being conscious, what they said, what I just previously said, in your meditations, you have to be present, attentive, and have intentions. Okay, that's the whole point of meditation. And when you do that, like a 9 to 5, you take it seriously. You start to be able to you start to be able to um, shift your consciousness consciously. Just won't be vicariously or just what's the other word? You're just docile, just observing. No, you're active. Okay, there's a reason why you don't remember, is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical form and remains there most all your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. And now you have the secret of astral projection in a nutshell. You do not project any etherical body or an astral body. You do not project anything. All you do is to transfer consciousness to another body other than the physical body. Okay, and I went through the different bodies, aka planes, right? We have a physical body in the physical plane. You have an etherical body in the etherical plane. You have an astral body in the astral plane. You have I think there's mental body in the mental plane. You have a casual body in the casual plane, but they're not solidified. Not even the physical form of what we are calling a physical form solidified. Basically, they're houses, and your it's like an astrology when you have Scorpio in Venus. You can have Scorpio in Mars. You have Scorpio in your moon. So Scorpio is the consciousness, for instance, going through the houses. So your consciousness is going through the houses, the planes, the bodies, the layers of existence. Okay, right now we only think those, for the most part, not everybody. I understand there's other realms, but we don't know how to go about it. It's a muscle. It's a muscle, like any muscle. When you're doing squats, it's a muscle. You have to have the consistency, the endurance, consistent, persistent, and angels are willing to help. A lot is willing to do what it takes for those that are actively working on it, doing it, working on it. Meditation, remaining consciousness. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this really fast because this is like from yesterday, the day before. Okay, so dream method, one of the strongest way of consciousness and maneuvering consciousness through the physical body, astral body, the etherical body, the casual body, all the layers of what we're calling bodies, planes, aka planes, is dream time. Dream time. Okay, so I'm going to just read through this and summarize it, go. Read through this, summarize it, and go. Because this is just a catch up. Okay. The author specifies specific practice. The author specifies practice so much in this book, not only theory. He explains how to do it, the practice, not just theory. He explains to you what works to make this happen. What is this? Dream method to make your body lucid so you can be able to control this physical world. It's like a big joke. Haha, they don't know. They just have to close their eyes. Silly. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You wake up, meditate, close your eyes. You go to sleep, you close your eyes. You do it all the time. You just don't take your dreams seriously. But to know how to do this, the art and practice, right? The art and practice of astral projection, specifically how to release yourself from the physical body and how to get back again, has always been a great mystery. Not anymore. Dream method. Okay, so they talk about this gentleman. You guys can pause this and read into this yourself. I personally do not consider anyone a pioneer of anything. Maybe he was a pioneer for that century, that cause, because a lot of this has been hidden by many people. But obviously, how did he know about it? Nothing is quite new under the sun in existence to be eternal. But it's good for us to remember. Okay, let me go into this one. Dream method. Before the real astral plane is reached, there is definitely another plane that exists before the astral plane, called the etherical plane. Come to recognize the planes by the scenery you are viewing. And the truth is that you cannot really define these planes. It's per your consciousness, I want to be your age group. Yeah, it's your age group. How old are you in existence? Who are you in existence? Because how my etherical plane will look is based on how I've maintained my existence for eons. So if I'm here today on this level, then I've been doing this. If this is like my genetic compound of existence. Yes, I've lived mundane lives and this and that and that and that, but with the cause of eternal awareness. So everyone's etherical existence will not look the same. Astral existence will not be the same. That's why you have to get to know yourself so you can master yourself. And in doing this, you will find your connections with other things and get to grow. So everyone's consciousness awareness is based on a certain level of experience, all the same. I can't explain it because there is no time. It's just how often do you do this? Because like I said, not all consciousness want to come this low to go back up. Like for why? Maybe say for why do we to come down to do this? Oh, okay, never mind. Some don't. Like not everybody want to be chosen. Everyone's all chosen, chosen. Chosen mean you. Okay, so if you understand nothing is real and we've created this, so I've created myself to come down in this BS of existence to learn how to remaster myself. And that's what all of us are here to do. Remaster ourselves, not know ourselves from the inside out, right? Okay. Come to recognize the planes by the scenery. So that was just a download and understanding real quick too, by the way. That you are viewing when you make any projections for your first hit the etherical plane. Okay, come to recognize the planes by the scenery because the laws are different in every plane. Gravity may not, what we call gravity, what we're thinking is gravity, may not be what it is in that plane, nor is it in this plane. So that you are viewing. When you make any projections, your first hit the etherical plane. What I want you to remember now is that your first arrival on the inner planes will very likely be etherical plane. Be prepared for this fact. Usually for a very quiet newbie, it could be very much the case. Some people straight up find themselves looking at angels. So it all depends because some of us is old. It's like not old, but like in existence to exist. Dream method. An occult secret that he points out in the book, it seems to be true that there is another life outside of this realm. Okay, I'm not going to go into this. Let me read this part. The actual life, this over there. So yeah, so there's your consciousness awareness has to expand to a certain level of degree on the other side to be there. So once again, you have to understand yourself to not just be here, that you expand your awareness. Why? Through a certain level of working out. We're gonna work out meditation, constantly being conscious and remaining conscious. That way you can, all it is like shifting consciousness is like when you turn your head. You turn your head to look at something. Your head is literally the monitor, and the projection is coming from the brain. Remember, because the tool is the body. This is very deep. Okay, this is spiritual, occultly, because you're not afraid to say, well, yeah, let's do this. Okay. A great many of things that can be done over there can affect the physical world here. It is very possible to build a life over there that can influence here very strongly. Many highly developed persons do so unconsciously. So the difference is you want to do it consciously. Okay. The author is convinced that all great success of physical life have done this second life building, and is you should read the book because he gets into that too. Because yes, because it all depends. Like I said, the theoretical plane and the work and the life that's there, astral plane, the work and the life that's there is not the same for everybody, because those of us that are here today projected at this moment have been there for eons. So it's all left at this point for the physical form and this timeline paradigm and this belief system to understand, hey, a lot of this is set. Just wake up. Just wake up. Dream method. Okay, the instructions to learn how to remember your dreams. Learn how to recognize that you are dreaming. Learn what you have to develop in order to know that you are dreaming. Learn how to wake up in a dream and start projecting, because you are a projector, observator. Dream method, how to start, how to remember your dreams. Know that everyone dreams, even animals. Critical observation is the main key factor in is the key. Well, main factor, the key, right? Critical observation. So taking your observation seriously when you're sleeping. So how to remember your dreams. Okay, this is what we're gonna go over through real quick, because I have a whole bunch of other things that the author talks about. In this work of recovering your dream, concentrate on the memory of your dream. Write down what you remember as fast as you can in your dream journal. I literally did that today. Okay, guys. Woke up, wrote down my shit on my dream. Didn't make sense completely, but I remembered it, and I wrote it down, wrote down what I wrote. I've been doing this for years on and off. It's time to get to it. Write down keywords and sentences to recall the details later. Keep records of your dreams. So basically, remembering your dream is by having a book. I would really recommend writing, unless you're going to have a tape recorder or something that you really could record it. But it's nothing like actually physically writing it, because to me, it's like you're imprinting it. You go back and can read it. But either way, is good. Um, the whole point is to keep records of your dream. Let's go back. Wait. Keep records of your dream. Have a dream journal at the bedside. Write down as many details of your dreams as possible. Make sure you keep good records of your dreams. then what will soon happen is that you'll literally start doing it. You'll start doing it like you know, like you get up to go pee. It'll just be second nature, in other words. You'll just start doing it. You 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 start doing it. And then before you know it, you start living those lifetimes. You can start changing those paradigms. And yes, changing those paradigms in the past, the future, the timeline, whatever can affect this timeline, makes it better. So like once again, as anyway, I want to get into my stuff. Make sure you keep good records of your dream. Makes it so you get into the habit of calling your dream. See, they get into the habit of calling your dream later. This is a technique of dream recovery. So you want to dream recovery. Keep records of your dream. After having the number of dreams written down, go back and study your dream thoroughly. Notice you are more willing to accept outrageous events and situations and not have a second thought about it, right? So you'll start to learn magic, really, because you'll be like, well, it could happen here then, of course. Learn how to recognize you are dreaming. Facility is required to enable you to recognize any strange dream, sights, scenes, and act on it. Critical facility, critical, right? Critical comes from the word judge. Okay, for me, the word critical means serious because I'm a nurse. So when I think critical ailments, chronic ailments, stuff like that. Judge is adjustment. Judge a thing, making adjustment in in your opinion of details and about details of things. I'm going to put your opinion. Okay. Critical facility. So this is where we left off, I think. Critical facility is closely allied to waking life. Let's see, what is that? That's not way. Okay. Your work is to bring this critical facility to bear on your inner dream. So do the work to look into what the dream is saying and how it affects your life. Every freaking dream affects this life right here. It does. It does in some way, shape, or form. And if you do not acknowledge it, it can take havoc. And people who know how to dream walk can, just leave it right there. Well, they can try. Today, the rules are very different. They can't necessarily walk through your dreams unless you've given them permission. And that's where it gets tricky. But if you, for the most part, you're hydrating, meditating, sun gaze, you're praying or doing incantations, or if you're in your life purpose, no, sorry, you can't. Okay. Your work is to bring this critical facility to bear on your inner dream life. Remember, astral projection, you do not project anything but consciousness, your consciousness. So you can astral project from where? Your dream time, okay? Consciousness, your consciousness. Have your consciousness get used to doing push-ups. Push-ups, that's workout for the consciousness to realize, hey, it's dreaming. I'm dreaming. I remember the dream. And in your dream, I'm going to meditate in my dream and then see within my meditation, you know, what's going on there. That way you can analyze the dream. That's why you want to meditate. You could, instead of going to a dream interpreter while you're in that dream, you meditate in the dream. That's why you have to do your push-ups. Your spiritual push-ups is meditation because you get used to it. So while you're in the dream, you're sleeping at night. In the dream, you got to be conscious and you go, oh, I'm going to meditate. As soon as you remember, as soon as you see yourself in a dream, got to get used to it. By means of directions to be given and by practicing them, you will, in time, learn to project a large degree of your consciousness to the inner planes and still remain asleep. That's the thing too. Some people are sensitive; they may wake up. It depends. There's those of us, we fall asleep and that's it. Dream method, how to start. Remember, okay, so start of instructions. Remember, astral projection, you do not project anything but consciousness. Your consciousness, by means of directions to be given and by practicing them, You will, in time, learn to project a large degree of your consciousness in the inner planes and still remain asleep. Um, this is also connected very closely with what was said previously about developing another body in the inner planes. That was, yeah, well, see, the thing is, I want to go and say, like, the other body is already there. It's just really remembering that you exist there. And once that happens, and most people are so dense they have to manifest, but you slowly know, oh, I was always here. And then from there you can go and understand, how to say, understand the flavor of that realm, reality, timeline. How does the laws of existence work in that reality? So consciousness is the all and greater than consciousness. So you can go, yes. I had a whole debate. Consciousness, yeah, greater than consciousness, but consciousness is everything. No, that's how old some of us go. Greater than consciousness, because consciousness itself has layers, so it gets deep. We're not gonna complicate it. I'm gonna stay right here. Okay, so this would be a to be continued, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna come, okay, so this is part two, in other words, okay? What I went over just now was yesterday's or the day before yesterday's stuff. Like I said, I'll probably put it, yes, this is what I was doing. I love it. Part two, very much relevant. The Art and Projection of Astral Projection by Ophio, Mind Magic by Kevin Fulton. Okay, this, it's not real. Well, so this is the book. In his book, these are the different methods he speaks of: the little system, the dream method, the light body, and the system, the symbol. So yeah, just in case you're wondering, I got someone asking. Yeah, I made all my slides. I made all my slides. Every and anything on my channel is, for the most part, is mine from scratch. Okay. So I made the way I put this like this. I you know. Or sometimes I'll use templates and I readjust it. So I mean, it takes time to actually read the book and put these bullets. And I noticed this is not only for you guys, but it's also for me. So the inner method, let me go back. So the inner method, I'm gonna go back that far, but the inner method that he's talking about is this one, the light body method, where you imagine yourself. This one is pretty deep too. And because then you can have this body do things for you, even in the physical realm. If it gets really deep with this. Maybe if I can find, I'll look into showing this one too. But for sure, the easiest way is the dream method, because the dream method can conduct all these other methods and you can start remembering symbols. It gets deep. So this is a little bit about it. Now we can come to the end of the theory instruction. So he has the dream method, the little method, the dream method, the light body method, and the symbol method. The one we're doing here is this one. So let me keep going. I read this already. You can stop, pause it, read it. I read this already. You can stop, pause it, and read it. This is, I'm gonna rush through this too. You could pause this too and read it, but I'm gonna read. So consciousness. Once you understand your consciousness, you will soon understand you are greater than even consciousness, because this journey is forever. So I teach that too, but I'm not gonna get ahead of myself and you until I've mastered that myself, because then it's not fair. I mean, I will just probably have to just upgrade if it's that serious. Because I'm here to teach. That's it. That's all I'm here to do, literally. Everybody is in their feelings like, yo, y'all still like eating and shitting and pissing because you're still dealing with jealousy. That's for the young souls. You come here to learn jealousy still? Come on. Anyway, some of us teachers ain't got time for that. The real ones like, all right, well, look, check it. I don't got time for this. I gotta teach so I can get this over with. You hear me? Anyway, so consciousness. Oh, let me check the audio. Isis! Mother.
No, you're crazy.
Oh, say hi, hi, hi. How's everyone? Mother. I'm just looking at this. I'm sorry, guys. Seven sent you. Hey, girl. Hey, hey. Um. Oh, say hi, hi, hi. How's everyone? That is so true, sis. So, question: how do I control my dreams? If may ask you question. Well, okay. Well, now that I'm realizing that I have people here, um, let me. You you have to get used to recording your dreams. You have to get used to recording your dreams. See, I don't know how long ago you guys were here. You have to get used. So for, let me see, for Takesha, her question is, so question, how do I control my dreams if I may ask? And so I would say first, be aware that you're having dreams. You dream every day. Set intentions for your dreams every day. Wake up, have a dream journal. Recover your dreams. Once you start doing that, you're expected to dream. You get into dreaming, then you start remembering a bulk of your dream, and you start setting intentions. Before you go to sleep, I'm going to interact in my dream. That's what controlling your dream is interaction, because you're in this dream now. This very moment is a dream, and we're interacting, we're controlling this moment. We don't get into the politics because we also believe that we can't control this and that, but we can control a lot more than we think. um Wait, I just realized, why can't you see the slides? Hold on. We don't get into the politics because we also believe that we can't control this and that, but we can control a lot more than we think. um Wait, I just realized, why can't you see the slides? Hold on. Wait, has this been a thing?
It's not. Chances are.
What are you doing, everybody? Let me see my live yet. Oh, because I'm not sharing my screen. Oh my God. Like, comment, subscribe below this link. This is my Patreon where I go in depth into cemetery work. Immortality is our birthright. Everybody, check. Just checking the audio, make sure you guys hear me. Subscribe below this link. This is my Patreon where I go in depth into cemetery work. Yes. Oh my God. I did not realize that you guys did not see my none of my slides. Well, good thing a lot of that was what you're hearing was last week's stuff. Yes. Oh my God. I did not realize that you guys did not see my none of my slides. Well, good thing a lot of that was what you're hearing. So, and for not being able to dream, there, as long as your home is clean, your room is clean, I would say that there might be some blocks. You should meditate, get yourself some sage. I would say don't eat so heavy. Get it off of me, Isis. All right. So let's just get to it then. I didn't realize you guys did not see none of my slides. All right. Hi for everyone else that's here. Hi, how's all right. So let's just get to it then. I didn't realize you guys did not. I'm so mad about that. Okay, let me go into present. I'm just rambling, and you don't see anything, and I wasn't even um because I don't have my phone with me. No, I have my phone, obviously. Thank you all very much for your likes, your comments. Please do go back and comment after this video. So, all the same, do rewind and go back and listen. And I do have this will be put under my podcast. There is a podcast all about um, that we are immortal and understanding our existence through our our dream time and meditation. You have to understand you're not just the physical form, you are more than just the physical form. And any scripture and anything, if you take it and you decode it, take your time, you will understand you are immortal. So I'm very sorry. I went 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes, and you guys didn't see the slides. Oh, so mad. But anyway, so let's get into this. Let me read this part. I'm telling you guys to pause, rewind. But a lot of what I went through today was really just a recap. This is part two, anyhow. So let me read this, okay? Consciousness is everything. That's what I was told at the time, but it is not everything. There's greater than awareness. Okay, is existence and more. Okay, is existence beyond the physical form. There's chakras beyond the the body. There's consciousness beyond. It gets it's layers and it's extensive and it's eternal. Okay. So let me read this. Consciousness is everything. Knowing you are the pure being that observes itself in the physical form. We are observators. We are literally a consciousness that conducts its own life force energy. Consciousness creates its own soul. The soul is like very much a battery to what we're calling physical, a solidified body. But the body is very much a holographic matrix. The body is an illusion. And you have to remember to be lucid in this existence. Consciousness is the all greater than the soul. So that's just to tell you the consciousness, like I said, consciousness creates a soul greater than the light body. Okay. You can ascend greater than the light body. Because some people will tell you, no, there's nothing greater than the light body. There's nothing greater than it's infinite. All is an illusion. You have to understand yourself to be consciousness, bare minimum, to start understanding your existence to be lucid. And when you understand your existence to be lucid, you start to understand, oh, I can exist eternally. That's when there are those of us, that are like, oh, I can be a breatharian. I could be a this, I could be a that. Okay, so, and I've already explained that belief is the construct of your existence. Certain programming is what solidifies our existence, where some people feel they have to age to die and be kept in a cemetery by those of us that understand existence. Okay, let's continue. Greater than the light body, you can ascend greater than the light body. Humanity, we are simply eyes looking into our own reality to learn lessons. If you notice, when they show you the real angels, they made of mostly eyes. There's this one spinning wheel of eyes. One spinning wheel of eyes, that's an ancient angel. what we call a seraphim. Okay, so we're simply eyes. Okay, and also don't take that literally. Okay, okay. Someone's gonna be like, "Well, I thought we were eyeballs." Okay, listen. We are consciousness, awareness, meditate. Okay. We are literally the nothingness. The nothingness is consciousness. So we create a physical form simply to learn lessons. Again, once again, you are not victims. Once again, you are not victims of your own manifestation. Create now humanity with deliberate purpose. Like I said, I am very sorry that there was no slides. I'm a visual person, so I'm very sorry. That's all I could say. I should have been paying. There's something saying, pay attention. Seven sent me. Sent by Seven. Hello. Smitty's Corner said you're live. That is so true, sis. Thank you guys. I thank you guys, all of you who did come today. So happy. Who's she? Thank you, Lily Rabbit. Thank you, Takesha. Thank you, Rookie. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Okay, so go to the next slide. Like I said, I'm very sorry. I'm just barely seeing you guys. Okay. This is now I could say, read this, go back. You're projecting a consciousness. Okay. That's what this is mostly. Oh, I'm so mad. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I'll read through it because I'm just like that. I'm gonna read, at least go back and read what it says. If the above is true, why don't you remember your nightly projections, aka dreams? Um that's very much the question that Rookie asks, right? I don't remember anymore. Why? Because you don't work out your consciousness. You don't you don't work out your consciousness. So it happens sporadically, and if it does happen, it's random. You're not controlling your dreams. It's not your intention. So every single night you have to get in the habit of saying, okay, I'm going to remember my dream. I'm going to remember my dream. I'm going to remember until you remember your dream, recover your dream, write down your dreams. Okay. You guys, it's a muscle. It's a muscle. Like I said, I want to say thank you guys for being here. Those who were here. Okay. Okay, so if the above is true, why don't you remember your nightly dreams? The reason why you don't remember is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical body and remains there most all your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. And now you have the secret to astral projection in a nutshell. You do not project an etherical body or an astral body. You do not project anything. All you do is to transfer consciousness to another body other than the physical. Okay. I want to say so sorry. Just seeing your questions. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow. I do not know that I will go. Oh, you never know. I might, you know what, because I didn't show the slides, I will briefly make a summary of the slides you know, and thank you for these questions. I love it because that way I can have the questions in relations to in relations to um I can set the slides in relations to your questions. Like I said, I'm sorry, I just barely took my phone to see it. I didn't even know the slides were not showing. So it felt like, well, it's probably like, oh my gosh, she's ignoring us. No, I didn't. I wasn't. I wasn't. All right, let me make sure there's still audio. Like I said, I'm sorry. I just barely. Yes. So I have to get this situated with the whole. That's why I guess it's good to do the whole StreamYard. I'll get to that. All right. So the dream method. The author calls the state. The author calls the state not awake, not asleep. The neither state. Okay. Neither state consciousness of dreaming and of dualness. Dualness, both sleep and not asleep. Several times before you are strong enough to proceed with the dream, but in time you will be able to go on. Okay. Several times before you are in time to go on. So I would say midway, the midway state. That could be going in or out of a dream, the midway state. And what you call it, the more you do it, it's like I said, it's a muscle. The more you do it, the better. Okay. Okay, the dream method, the neither state is important. The inner planes with the consciousness that you are dreaming will come another kind of consciousness, that of being dual. You will realize that there is or are two of you, one you in the dream and one you at home in bed, asleep. This is a sensation you will not forget. But you got to remember you are consciousness because some might will freak out. You got to remember you are a consciousness. So if you do this practice and you realize you are in two places at one time, always remember you are an observator. You are pure consciousness. Okay? This is the dual state he's talking about. So okay, that's powerful. That's when you really got yourself in a high awareness. That's when I would say meditate, project. Okay. The dream method, neither state. He's calling the neither state because you're in two states of existence, really realizing you're in both two sides. You learn to know you are in a dream. You start to disregard all the appearance of the, I meant to put dream here, and do anything you want. So that's when you're lucid. You're lucid in your existence. Once you start to learn that you're dreaming, any questions? Sure. Any questions? I'm so sorry. I'm just barely realized. I didn't know you guys were already here, and I'm just sitting here ignoring you guys. Anyway, like I said, I will elaborate more. But for sure, if you find yourself not dreaming, dreaming is an exercise. That's what they're not going to tell you. Dreaming is an exercise. A bulk of your consciousness is in your body, in this plane, because you don't believe you exist literally in the dream. You don't believe that. So that's why most of the time. Um, or make sure your environment's clean. I always say clean your environment, clean your house, clean your room. I would say try not to eat just before bed. You want to stay light. That's how you're going to be able to remember that you're lucid. Okay. You learn to know you are in a dream. You start to disregard all the appearance of the dream and do anything you want. You are now in an etherical projection. You can now turn and walk away, examining everything in the dream with a critical eye. If you want to, if you want to, you can start looking for the silver cord that is supposed to bind you to your body. That the cord has no actual substance. It is just a sort of dream stream of consciousness, a sensation flowing back to the body. You have to actually visualize it a bit in your imagination in order to see it. Because it's lucid. It doesn't exist. Nothing exists. Not really. You got to remember that. Y'all scared of nothing. Some people that understand the silver cord and they'll get scared. Some of us don't need a silver cord. Okay. But I ain't going to get into that. That might be too much. But do dreams and understand dreams are tangible and intangible. It's what you make it. Remember, you are at least bare minimum know your consciousness so that someone like me doesn't sound crazy. These are to my cultists, my priestess, my witches, my 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 dream walkers. We need more dream walkers. Those of us not afraid to walk in the dream, you know? Come on, let's dream dreams. This physical, what we're calling physical because we solidified it, is a dream. This very moment, you're having a dream. This very moment is a dream. So I actually have a dream journal also for this physical realm. Every single thing in your reality in this physical realm means something. Why did this break? Why is this person in my face all the damn time? Why do I go to work? Why do I age? Why do I believe myself to age? We know why, because all of reality believes this. There's no time. There is no such thing as why do I believe in time in this reality? We have to reprogram our existence in this reality. And a lot of it comes from meditation. Meditation is that footwork. So I chose this. This is clearly how dreams look. It just be looking like this. You just be like, whoa. Woo. Fly. You see yourself like this, you just say, okay, I'm gonna fly. Fly where? Fly. You see there's a whole galaxy right here, a realm right here, fire right here. Fly, move around. Enjoy reality, enjoy existence. Do not be afraid. Come back with stories. Enjoy life in this dream time right now or any dream time. But we want to learn how to enjoy this dream time, this physical, what we're calling a physical dream time with magic. Magic. Because this shit right here in this dream time would spook us. But it's just magic. It's the ability to have an imagination. They have stopped us from dreaming, stopped us from having imagination. That's why magic seems crazy and scary. It's just imagination. That's all it is. Dream dreams, humanity. Okay, so dream method, the neither state. There is no time in the inner planes. There's no time here either. There is no such thing as time. It's funny because I just said that, right? Many things in the inner planes will correspond with Earth. Law of correspondence and vibration, those of us that read the Hermetic text, okay? You can see a thing when it is new and when it is falling in pieces of old age. Use and the sight of both new and old at once. Let me repeat that again. You can see a thing when it is new and when it is falling in pieces of old age, use and the sight of both new and old at once. I would just repeat that is there's no such thing as time. So all can exist at once. And because of that, you can see the duality of existence. If you can see both old and new, then you know that that's the duality, right? Like we believe in this reality, there's a duality of aging, right? That's what I teach in cemetery work, how to relieve a lot of you know, us, because we are our ancestors. We are our ancestors. So we too believe to age and be kept in that realm, that reality. Okay. All right. You can see a thing when, okay, I read that part. When in the inner planes, you have to learn how to do ordinary things of that plane all over again, like a child, because the laws of existence is different than in this plane. Okay. And the laws of existence is this in this plane that we're calling physical is based on belief and programming. So remember that. So when you get into that plane, get used to that plane and understand the laws and see what else you can do differently if allowed. Okay? You will learn quickly because you are not a child, and essentially you bring forth basically a lot of common sense to the next plane, making it easier to function there. But I would say go in as a child initially, have fun. Dream method. Before the real astral plane is reached, there's definitely another plane that exists before the astral plane called the etherical plane. Uh, oh, this was already said. Okay, maybe there's a reason for this. Let me go back. Etherical plane. Come to recognize the planes by the scenery that you are viewing. Okay, so this is relevant to the fact that the laws of existence based on the last based on the last based on the last slides. Okay. Based on the last slides, this would be relevant because it's talking about the planes. Okay. Come to recognize the plane by the scenery that you are viewing. When you make another projection, you first hit the etherical plane. What I want you to remember now is that your first arrival on the inner planes will very likely be the etherical plane. Be prepared for this fact. Okay. Baby steps. I tend to like the dream method, neither state. Your first projection concentrate on your etherical plane body. Stay still watching. Study. Attention to your new surrounding that you would if you were in a strange new country. Okay? And this is what I put right here. Picture, you're just in a vast of who the hell knows. Go explore and see what happens. Okay. Let me see what time is it. Okay, it's been an hour. I will come back to this. I want to say thank you for those of us that were here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate you. I'm sorry once again that I did not see all these questions. The lot of time is because there's no one ever really live with me. But I guess, I do have people that are coming live. I appreciate you guys very, very much for that. Let me show you my face. Let me sit up first. Oh, let's sit up first. Hey guys. So I could be very casual. So my desk is over here. So, but right now I'm just chilling right here. Let's see. I hope there's no echo. My desk is over here. So, but right now I'm just chilling right here. I hope there's no echo. Hold on, me. My desk is over here. Hold on, let me stop sharing. I just want to make sure. Hold on. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you that are here. Like I said, once again, I'm very sorry. I did not see your your questions. Since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead, like I said, based on my studies, based on my revelations. I will start with the first question. Let me see. Once again, thank you for Who She, Silly Rabbit, Takesha, Rookie, for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me see. So, question. Okay. So, question: how do I control my dreams? If may I ask? So it's good that you did ask that question. I'm so sorry. I did not realize that you did ask those questions. Let me see. Like I said, you have to get in order to control your dreams, you have to get into the habit of being aware. It takes practice. Every single day you go to sleep, hopefully you are able to sleep. Some of us have trouble sleeping. Every day you go to sleep, you're dreaming. So every day you go to sleep, you set intentions to remember your dream, have a dream journal, and recover your dreams. Recovering means remembering your dreams. Any little thing you remember of the dream, the night of, you write that down. You do it every single day, and you will start to remember your dreams. And once you start remembering your dreams, you start recording your dreams, and it becomes more intense in your dreams. You will then be able to start interacting. That will be the cause. That will be what will happen, period. If you start remembering your dreams every single day, write down your dreams every single day, you will understand your own dreams every single day, and you will consciously go in and out of your dreams. And everything I'm saying will start to make even more sense. And you'll be able to maneuver your own dreams. Okay? Good question. That was a good question. I don't dream anymore, haven't dreamed. Exercise, same thing. To remember your dreams, to control your dreams, and to have dreams, you have to set intentions for dreaming. Okay? You have to set intentions. Oh, I'm going to dream. I'm going to dream. I'm going to dream tonight, tomorrow night. Now, like I said, try not to eat just before you sleep, at least 2-3 hours. If you want something, have a light snack. But try not to eat on a full, sleep with a full stomach. Try not to until you get used to dreaming. Okay. I'm getting something like your life force energy very much. Anyway, just listen, guys. That's what I was answering. I was answering her questions. If you don't remember your dreams, the way to start remembering your dreams is setting intentions every single day before you go to sleep to remember your dreams. You have to have a dream journal. have a dream journal. Recall your even if you don't remember, don't stop, because most people, okay, I don't remember. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. I haven't stopped. Keep going. Like I said, I tell people that even this dream time, this moment is a dream. Nothing is by coincidence. You're right here. You dreamt yourself here. So I have two different dream books for this dream time, because life is but a dream, and life in the dream time is but a dream, right? You have both books and you're deciphering it and you're trying to see the correspondence of the dream in your sleeping time and the correlation with it in your waking time. So you got to take your dreams seriously. You have to take existence seriously, because it's a metaphor. Existence is a metaphor. Okay? That's very much what it is. I mean, until it's not anymore. Until you clearly start to understand it, then it's a whole different level. There's layers to understanding existence. There's layers to understanding existence. There's layers to understanding your dream. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm very, very, very. I did not. Half of it's because I don't expect people to be here. I see you guys watch it later, and I usually tend to answer your questions later. But I guess this is awesome too. You guys make me want to come on later today. You never know, I might come on later today. The reason why I might come on later today is because the damn slides, y'all didn't see them. No, 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 no. So y'all got to see the slides. So I might come on later. Might come on later. And so it is. Much love to you guys. Much love to you. Thank you. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and do come back. Come back later today. I'll be back on later today. I'll put a post saying I'll be back later today. And I will be thanking out loud everybody that did show up, because I do appreciate it and acknowledge you. Much love to you guys. And so